10A podcast. We are back, and we're in a special place in Mexico. Well, one of us is in Mexico with the sun out. One of us, I think, I don't know where now he's at, and I'm home.
He's in the
But
closet, in the
oh, man.
cave.
But there's a lot to talk about this Wednesday morning. Canelo versus Bud. Bud's fate has been sealed for September 13th
Otra vez.
in Vegas. You know what I mean? It's been said. Turkey Al-Aziz creates the William Skull, Devin Haney rule. Kambosa and Hitchens get super heated. And do we really take Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. serious in the Jake Paul fight? We're going to find out after this. After this, I said. Oh my God! What's good, fellas? What's good? What's good? What's good, Christine? You look like the sun is kissing on you.
I know. I mean, it's 7:10 a.m. here, so the sun's starting to peak up, but
Damn.
it's good. It's good. I opened up the curtain so I could get a little bit of light, but
So
everything's good. How are you guys doing? I've missed y'all.
we miss you
We
too.
miss you too. We miss you too, Christine.
So
Glad you're enjoying it. I know you needed that mental break. Like you said, you already had it planned out. For those who keep criticizing my girl, she
Yeah,
got a team behind Chicken where everybody's good. Camera's
absolutely.
going well. She had this planned out for over a year. Let my
Yep.
girl live. She'll
Yes.
be back
Thank you.
this weekend.
Thanks, Jamel.
she'll be
Thank you.
back to prepare her fighter to fight Sugar
Plenty
Neats.
enough time. Plenty enough time
Plenty
too.
of time, and she's working right now. She's in the lab right now. She's ready.
My man Cano Loco's already up. Shout out to my man Cano Loco.
Kano,
I'm only here for Christine and Jamel. That's crazy. What is it about me that just pisses people off?
Kano, my God, man.
That's crazy.
Yep.
He was talking
I
crazy
know.
about you. He was talking crazy about you. I had your back, but you know what? It was all right. It's all right. You know what I mean? But shit, boxing is going crazy right now. I apologize. I'm over here text tweeting. But news is officially we have let me pull it up for you guys. The funeral date for Bud Crawford is official, September 13th. You can see it in Vegas on Netflix. For anybody that has a subscription, Canelo versus. They make Canelo look actually bigger in this picture than Bud, which is weird. But September 13th on Netflix, the official announcement has went down. And Dana White, I didn't put that up. Dana White is going to be promoting this. Like I said, that's going to be big for Dana White and what he got going on. That's what my guy Lou DeBella predicted. What you guys think so far?
I'm excited that it's going to be on Netflix. Honestly, I think it's great, and that because all of the folks, we all know one or two, they don't have to illegally stream the fight. You know what I'm saying? Now they can just tune in to their prescription, and I already have my hotel room, so I'm with it. I'm with it.
Well, you going to the fight?
Duh.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to go to Bud's after party. Crazy.
You mean
Don't
the
get us
it's
started.
so
Man,
hard
I
that
know
one?
Jamel gonna be there too.
Don't get definitely with the rocking with the team.
Yes,
Wow,
sir.
that's crazy. So can I join you guys and can I wear my Canelo shirt?
I don't think so. I don't think so, Jamel.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think so.
I mean,
It's
if he
not-
get escorted out, that's on him. But he can join. He can show up. Show up.
Wow.
What happened from there? What happened from there? I'm not
Right,
responsible.
I'm
for
not
it.
responsible.
I just bring me a nice bag of Cheetos for Coach. You know what I mean? That'd be good. No?
Oh Lord, no, yeah, you're not invited to the cookout.
I like my guy. I like I like these guys, but I'm just I got to pick the winner. You know what I mean? But check it out. This was actually the footage of them meeting up when they signed. That's a handsome guy, Canelo. I'm not gonna lie. So
Yeah,
it's
we
official.
need more of that. We need more of that because I'm tired of getting announcements saying that fights are signed, and then
Yeah.
next time they see fighters, they see somebody pulling out a fight. So we need more. We need more of that witness.
Absolutely,
No,
seriously.
on the
And
spot.
absolutely.
shout out to Gail. She's on my time. She's in San Diego. It's 7 a.m. You got your coffee, Gail? I need to get mine.
No, I mean we definitely need more of that. And if you watch the press, I put up the wrong clip, but that's the original promo press of showing them.
Right.
There's like a mutual respect for them.
No,
Canelo actually brings up, we're not gonna get on our face and make up things, and we're both great fighters, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
knock him out on September 13th. And you know, I mean, they showed a
listen,
lot of
listen,
respect.
listen. The fight alone sells itself. There's no need
Yes.
for there's no need for the gimmicks, the acts, the shenanigans, whatever you may want to call it.
Right.
Both very professional athletes in their own right. Both know how big the fight is. The fight being on Netflix really like usually when you have fights on like other networks, especially pay-per-view, you have to really, really push it. But like Christine said earlier, the fight being on Netflix, it makes it easier for people not to illegally stream it because more than likely everybody has Netflix in the house. So it's not hard.
Right. Right.
Come on, let's be real. You know how many people are gonna be like, "Hey, Jamel, can I get your login?" Come on, let's be
Yeah.
real.
We
It's
can't
still
even
gonna be
do that
that.
anymore. You can't even do
Yeah, you can't even do that no more. You can't even share the login no more.
Oh, I still do.
Nuh-uh.
For real. I don't know.
But
Of course, you have your money on Bud Connell. We know
you still
this.
have millions of households, but you still have millions of households with Netflix regardless. You probably
Yeah.
gonna have casuals who don't even know who not familiar
Exactly.
with
Tuning
but
in.
they're still tuning in. I mean, look at Amanda Serrano and Kayla Taylor and so forth there with that card. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this card, regardless of what they may say, it's definitely going to be a big highlight for Netflix.
We need to do like a poll, like who thinks this is gonna do better than Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, or even Jake
Hold
Paul
on.
and Tyson.
Jake
I'm
Paul and Mike
curious.
Tyson. Let's be real. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
I don't know. That's why I want the poll, because some of us are on different.
I mean, it's a good point. I
different
mean,
sides.
in my opinion, I mean, don't get me wrong, Jake Paul, he has his base, but I mean, when you put Mike Tyson on a damn headline,
No,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's
That-
what I'm
like,
saying.
come on, like, they probably think like, oh shit, Tyson, like, oh, like, so
No,
yeah.
I mean that's what drove the
I mean,
fight.
that was good promo. Don't get me wrong, it was good promo, and then they started the trend of having big fights on Netflix. But again, I think for the hardcore base though, that's really like, okay, let me see how this fight is going to really going to tune into Netflix as well, besides the casuals.
Absolutely.
So already Connell has already asked for one of our Netflix logins, as you can see right there.
I got you, Kano. I got
I mean, I think you bring up a good point. Will it surpass the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight? I mean, and we all know Canelo's the most popular fighter in the world right now.
He you know what he is. I'm not going to deny that everybody pretty much knows who Canelo is before they do Bud. As far as fans,
Wait, most people
casual
thought it was
No
Kendrick
denying
Lamar.
that.
You know what I mean? They mistake them for Kendrick Lamar at the last fight. So yeah, you're right. But will it surpass that? Is the question? Are the hardcores going to come out for this? I think they will. You know what I mean? It's going to be crazy. I think it is going to be telling though if they can pass.
Crazy within Vegas. It's going to be crazy in Vegas. Even if Christine,
Yeah.
you know, especially even if you don't attend the fight, it's still
Right.
a lot. It's still like the
There's so
city.
many places you can
Yeah,
pay.
the city.
to
Yeah,
watch
the city's gonna be live as it is. The city alone is gonna be a crazy atmosphere. Fight week's gonna be crazy. Fighter arrivals when they come, they're gonna make a big thing with fighter arrivals for the cars. Gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I think we paid.
Wayne's gonna have Mexico out there. The Wayne alone is gonna have Mexico and fans out there alone. Just
Oh,
like
it's
Wayne.
going to be crazy, and Mexico's
Press
going to show up,
conferences.
and Mexico is going to show up, and Omaha's
Yeah.
going to show up, and I think when we went to
Omaha.
to Bud
Yeah, Omaha.
and Aero Spence, the girls and I, your favorite girls, Women Crushing It Wednesdays, we paid $300 to like be in a little side room with a big screen. Like people, they are going to be there everywhere.
I will say this. I mean, I think this is going to be big too. I think boxing is very driven on ethnicities and cultures. And America versus Mexico. You got the world's biggest star who happens to be Mexican, right? America doesn't necessarily have the biggest fighter, and I think that adds to the rivalry. And Bud could kind of supplant that and take that with a win if he wins. So I think you have even America versus Mexico. You have arguably the best African American fighter, whatever, since Floyd Mayweather. And then on the flip side, it's kind of like vindication as well for Canelo, because he did take the loss to to Floyd. So this is somebody that's regarded as the best pound for pound fighter. I think people who side with Canelo kind of want to see that vindication because they know they're not going to get a fight with Mayweather. So I think that also plays into this.
It's going to look like Mayweather De La Hoya all over again, but big.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be. I think it's bigger because Canelo is bigger than De La Hoya.
But I just said, but crazy. I just said it's a meme, but it's going to be.
For today,
it's definitely not a knock against Oscar and Floyd. At that time, they were the two biggest names put in the ring together.
In 2025.
Yeah, and that was so that was 07. That was.
And remember, that was pay-per-view. This is going to be on.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
It's gonna be bigger.
The turnout is gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, and then you know, I mean, for one, their purses is going to be ridiculous. So you know they're going to be, in terms of the promotion side, they got to really sell this to get some, some of that return back. Let's be real. So the promo's going to be crazy.
Well,
I mean, we seen how ridiculous the promo was for the Fatal Four card.
Fatal Fury,
I mean?
That was good.
It didn't really live up to the hype, but they put a lot of promo behind that card as it is. You seen the little commercials they was doing during, in between fights and everything. So I'm pretty sure, like I said, they're bringing Dana White on board to help promote the fight card as it is.
That's
so
huge.
There's gonna be a lot of promo pushing this card. I don't think. Do we even get a glimpse of who could be on the undercard? Like everybody.
Oh, that's another thing. So
everybody's focused on the main event right now.
Well, Turkey Al-Asik said he wants to stack this card. Like he wants
the
He
best fighters
can
on.
do it, and he got to. Because I hate seeing the huge main events and then just the undercard is just
be dull and flat. You'd be like, hurry up, get to the cold man or whatever.
You know, they wanted Tiafimo, I think, on this card. I think they wanted Tiafimo and Boots originally, right, on this card, even though that's not going down or something like that. But I know, I'll tell you this right now. Netflix is definitely trying to supplant and become the boxing's superstar stage, man. And they need another platform. So I think this is really big. And if Canelo and Bud could do the numbers that we're expecting, I think it kind of opens the doors for a lot more big matchups, man. And listen, Dana's introduction into the sport, this is big.
That's huge. He's got some big shoes.
Listen,
it's gonna be huge.
I'll tell you this: he definitely has big shoes to fill, but this is like a Shaq under the basket against John Stockton slam dunk. I mean, you can't miss it. It's Bud versus Canelo. You know what I mean? If you wanted a springboard or a promotion to launch your new brand, this is probably the biggest thing you could ever do. And I remember launching a new brand years ago, and the initial I really wanted to nail, and Dana has literally a buffet of just whatever you can do right now, and I think it's dope. You know what I mean? Yeah,
but like Jamel was saying, that the undercard has to be stacked. The co-main has to be something that almost.
Yeah. Especially if it's going on Netflix, you're gonna have a lot of casuals. I'm going off what Christine is saying. You definitely got to keep people tuned in and glued in.
Yeah.
To the majority of the network, at least, to get to the main event. Because again, some people might tune in if you got a slow, weak, dull fight, they might tune out and go elsewhere and then never come back for the main event. So you definitely, I feel as if you definitely got to keep the card entertaining from start to beginning, and you got to put on and that's the reason he put out that notice about he wants fighters that's gonna get down and dirty in the trenches and not run around the ring all day because he needs entertainment. You need entertainment.
We're gonna get to that.
Something that Jake did that I don't like personally, but another reason why there were so many people tuned in is because do y'all remember the first fight? Were these two YouTubers, social media guys that we didn't know who the hell they were.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that. I definitely.
But they no, I don't think that we'll get that. But what I'm saying is, a different audience. A different audience that people know, like somebody that somebody knows that is a boxer, to be on the card somewhere.
I'll tell you this. The one thing I loved what Turkey did with Fatal Fury was bring back the GOAT, Jim Lampley. I think Jim Lampley kind of solidified, and us growing up and him doing as a commentator, it kind of brought me back to like, damn, I missed this guy. This guy is phenomenal.
Jim
He's
Lampley
great.
was very frustrated with the whole card. I
Oh,
don't know if he's going to want to come back.
Jim
Yeah.
has
He
to
might
be.
be like, no, thank you.
No, listen. If we want this to be what it is, Jim has to be the commentator. Like I don't want to hear anybody else, but Jim leading that thing. To be honest
Ooh,
with you,
maybe they can do an AI Howard Cosell.
Howard.
If you bring Jim and add Roy to it, then you know what I mean. It might,
Yeah, I mean,
he might get that old feel back.
especially
We
Jim.
don't got Big George anymore. God rest his soul. We don't got
God
Big
rest
George
his soul,
anymore.
yeah.
But yeah, you got to bring that.
Yeah.
Or Larry Merchant.
Depending. Well, I don't know what's the situation with Prime, but bring back the team that did the Mayweather Pacquiao. You know, when you had Showtime and HBO, bring that whole feel back to that card. But you definitely like say everything like that's a good point that Christine made, because even individuals outside the ring matter in terms of the PR people feel. You know what I'm saying? Watching
It has
the
to be
fight.
nostalgia.
Everyone loves a good commentating team.
Yes,
No, absolutely. And to your point, Christina and Jamal, I mean, come on, guys. Even with football, John Madden, we all remember Madden. So in boxing, you got Roy Jones, you got Jim Lampley. Those guys add really to the event. It kind of makes you feel like you're back in your days and your kids, and you're comfortable. They know what they're doing. There's a respect factor. I don't want to see. I'm not gonna lie. No disrespect to some of these new guys, but I don't want to see them. I'd like a mixture of it, but definitely Jim Lampley.
I would like a
leading it.
mixture too. And like I said, I'm going to go out on a limb because I'm aging myself, you know, with Howard Cosell, but I don't care.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
know.
like I would love like an AI Howard Cosell thrown in there somewhere along with some of the oldies from
That
our
would be
time
fire.
and then some of the newer faces. I think that would be so cool. That's my
No,
opinion.
that would be.
Turkey,
Max
listen to
Kellerman's my
me.
guy. I would love Max to come back.
Yeah,
Where's my
bring
guy
back
Max?
Yeah.
bring back
yeah.
Mac.
Can you
Let's get
imagine
'em
Max
all.
back?
Let's get them all out there.
Like, come on, man. I think this event has to be.
Bring back the old school Jim Lampley and Lennox Lewis days.
Yes, yeah, seriously.
I think this event's going to be so big that it can kind of recharge and bring back what we all loved and missed in boxing. Listen, when Showtime left and HBO left, it took a big piece of the culture away and how we grew up watching it. I think this, and if Netflix nails it, can kind of bring us back to that, and they can kind of steal that because people miss it. People miss it.
Gail said she talked to Lampley a few weeks
Word.
ago.
Oh, I love Jim Lampley. Please, Lampley, come back. I talked to him a few weeks ago.
He asked to bring back, said Roy back. Well,
That's
say,
fine.
bring back that old school HBO feel.
Yeah.
Boxing
Listen,
at the dark, HBO Championship Boxing, you know.
Yeah, no, it would be great. And you know, Roy was so dope, you know what I mean, with the inside. And I wish George, you know what I mean, I remember George, like, but that's what I'm saying. If they could do that, I think that would make the event. But he did say he wants Abdullah Mason on the card as well, which is fire. He put out a list. I think it was Mason. He put in Billy on there.
I think he put our guy out there, Jamar Talley, Jamel, who's going to be a big time star very soon. I think I saw a list of him with him on past Team USA with Team B&B. I think I saw that list.
Gail says that Jim also told me Max has completely disappeared. He can't even get a hold of him. Listen, Max Kellerman is my favorite ever. Honestly, I love Max Kellerman. Max, if you're out there in Hawaii hiding out, we love you, man. We need you back. We need the real. We need Max Kellerman, arguably like the realest to me commentator ever. Like, he didn't pull punches. I would love to see him back, but that's unfortunate. But if anybody can get a hold of Max Kellerman, please bring back Max. But who else you guys want to see on the card before we get to the next subject?
You know, do I want to see, like, I'm sorry, I know this your guy, Jamel, but like Boots, I want to see him do something. I want to see him do something with somebody. Do I want to see him on the card? Maybe like the opening card, you know, but I want to see him do something.
Will his pride allow him?
Christina not even giving him if he moves to 54.
I want to see him be the opener.
Damn, I'm like, shit, like you're not gonna give him the code? Like, shit.
No,
Yeah, no, he's not gonna open
hell
the card.
no.
First of all, it's too much. They have
Depending on who
too
he's
much.
fighting.
I want to see him fight somebody with a name, How about my guy Blair the Flair versus Boots? I would like to see.
Man,
I'd like to see.
But,
Why not?
but wait though, he says he's going to 54 though. Blair trying to handle business at 47.
Is he really going to 54? He said he.
That's what they said. That's what they said. It says
Now he's going to 54.
okay.
That's
I mean,
one of him and
he's
Virgil.
entertaining. I'm gonna give it to him.
That's
He's
what I was saying.
entertaining.
That's what I thought we was referring to though. Because I was like, if you give him the code, because they
It's gotta
said
be Virgil.
Bud said he handles business at 68. He moves that back down to 54 to do it again in terms of undisputed. So obviously that could build some tension between him and Boots. Because if Boots moves to 54, that could be a potential opponent.
Okay.
So if he's going to be the co-main event, there's nobody he can fight as the opener at 54 than Virgil.
Not the opener, but I'm saying but I'm pretty sure
he's a co-main event.
Let's get Virgil in there.
It has to be Virgil.
Fire. Okay. Yes. Okay. We want Virgil and Boots co-main event. Uncle Turk. Let's do it.
Bring back Jamel Charlo. He says he's trying to come back at 54 and reclaim this title.
That's another one. How about who do we put Abdullah against? Abdullah wants a belt. I mean, he did get in that little heated thing with Keyshawn, but we know Keyshawn's on the bench for a while. Who we want to see Abdullah fight?
No, Edwin won they said Edwin team trying to fight him for the vacated title.
Yeah,
I know Edwin's coming back. I know Edwin's coming back in July. He said it from he's on the podcast. Shout out to Mill City. He's on Mill City's podcast recently. So we seen quick turnarounds. We seen Magic Mouth was supposed to have a quick turnaround in a 2-month span. So maybe give Edwin a soft touch and bring him back for September for the Mason.
Hold on, we got a caller interrupted. My man Jamal. Caller, what's up?
What's up, fam? Yo, peace to everybody. I just want to ask y'all about this. You can't tell a fighter how to fight. I can appreciate, pushing for more fan-friendly action fights, but you can't tell a fighter how to fight. You know what I mean? As far as running, you can't tell a fighter how to fight. As far as running, I'm gonna defer to Jamel. Jamel, you was in there with him. Do you think he's a runner?
Who?
Shakur.
No.
You was in there with him.
I think, like I said, it's styles being fights, and fighters at times they always adjust to what they have in front of them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I thought personally that he would run because of the last fight when he had against Nakathilia or whatever before him and I fought, but he definitely came with a whole different game plan. So it really comes down to like who you really in there with. If you've been able to punch or somebody as a pressure fighter, you're gonna expect the fighter, a boxer, to at least move around. But again, I get what they say in terms of like running, and I agree with you completely. Like you can't really expect if a fighter's all he knows and that's his style, that's his bread and butter. Because at the end of the day, it's all about getting the win first. I get it. Boxing's entertaining. You want to please the crowd, but again, sometimes a fighter you can't expect the fighter to change what he knows overnight. But I wouldn't say Shakur is a runner. I think Shakur just makes adjustments on the fly. Because again, when he fought Oscar Valdez, people thought he was going to run it in, but I thought he just put on I commentated that fight. I thought he put on a good boxing performance, and he just used the ring really well. But he stood in the pocket at times. He used his distance, and he did what he had to do.
Yeah, but let's segue basically since you already set us up, Cole. I appreciate you. Let's talk about what he's referring to. Turkey Al-Asik, and I totally disagree with both of you guys, by the way. From this point on, I don't want to see any more Tom and Jerry type boxing matches. Now, this is coming from the bank himself, where one fighter is running around, aka Skull and Devin Haney. We can longer support these kind of fights with Riyadh season and the ring. We want to support fighters who leave it all in the ring and fight with their heart and pride. That's what he said. He also came out and said, the world will be watching Riyadh season, Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford. That's what he put out the list. But let's get to this real quick. I definitely disagree with you guys completely.
What you disagree with?
I don't disagree with your take on Shakur. But when it comes to Christine and it's okay if they run for it. It's their style. No,
I never said it's okay if they run.
No, but you said it's okay if they run. A style. Okay.
I totally agree with Jamel. The thing you adjust to who's in front of you. This is the hit and don't get hit.
Absolutely.
If Floyd was on here right now, Floyd would say this right now. Hey,
yes.
The thing with him and the way he if you want longevity, you want to take as less punishment as you possibly can.
Absolutely, and I agree with that. I agree with that.
Fight to the information, and feel like, okay, I gotta move, I gotta stick and move. Like Christine said, it's about hit and don't get hit.
I agree with
that. That's the old school method. Now, if you want, now if Turkey wants brawlers, he gotta go find dudes that forward and leave it all out there leave it all out on his shield, leave it all in the ring, and so forth.
And that'll probably be their
let me address that.
Last fight.
Let me address
the last big check.
No, let me address that. It's not necessarily, and I agree with you guys. It is hit and get, don't get hit, right? Floyd did a great job of that, not getting hit, but still landing punches to win the fight. We're talking about Devin, the track star Haney, in his last performance, and William Skull. That cannot be allowed. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's crazy. You know, I understand his frustration because it's funny. He promoted both of those like Friday, Saturday heat. So I know he was frustrated with, you know what I'm saying? I get it.
Absolutely.
It's still, you know, it's still in his head. It's still fresh in his memory.
Yeah, but think about it. Look at the bigger picture.
That came from, you know, we all seen the criticism. He's seen the criticism. So I get what he's saying, but you can't expect the box, not the box.
But this is the point. You can't implement certain things, in my opinion, that could change the game. In football, like I keep bringing this up to you. Yes, you can, Christine. Rules change every year. In the NFL, hold on. Let me make a point. In the NFL, they weren't scoring as much. So what they did, they instilled rules to increase scoring. The NBA has done the same thing. Boxing is still working like we're in 1950. These guys are athletes that can run. They have to implement things and enforce. The referee has to enforce it to make it more action-packed. We're not going to get
I'm going to say this. I just want to say this real quick.
Yeah.
If that's the case, no disrespect to Turkey, you gotta go find better matchmakers. That's what matchmakers are really important.
I was just about this.
You gotta go find you gotta find better. Shout out to like the guys that my guys at Top Rank, Bruce and Brad and them.
Yeah.
They in PBC, all these guys, you gotta create matchups where you know for a fact it's gonna be, even if it's a good chess match and it's not running, you gotta find
that's my point. If it's not running,
what they're doing.
Jamal, I'm not mad at chess matches, bro.
You can't just put names in there because they're named. Like, okay, Jose and Devin, that was a bad matchup. It may look good on paper, but it was a bad matchup. You gotta go find styles that clash well with each other.
Jamel is absolutely right. Absolutely right. You have got to find the right dance partner. Like it's gonna flow together. Like, honest to God. And those are the only two names really that we can talk about in those two matchups that were running around in circles. Really, before that, if you watch Devin's fights before, if you watch Skull's fights before, the matchmakers did their job, and they did not get the outcome that we saw those nights. You cannot change all these rules over two people.
Devin and JoJo, Devin the boxer, JoJo coming forward. That was a good matchup. Devin and Jorge Linares. I thought that was a good matchup.
Yes, it was.
That's why I said we need to bring that vert, but you got to complement the styles as well.
Yes, matchmakers are huge. People don't realize.
Listen, you got to also think about it. Devin was coming off, we don't know what the beating that took mentally from that Ryan fight. So of course, and he's young still. So first thing they probably told him, hey, be smart. And
Thank you.
Be smart, thinking I gotta be on my guard. He can't get to me. Think about in Skull. On the other hand, that's probably his biggest fight to date, and he's going against the face of boxing.
Exactly. I've seen Skull's fights in the past. He did not fight like this. He was very aggressive.
No, I want to say
Devin and Lomachenko was a good fight too. Did Devin run all day in that fight?
No, but that's the point.
I just think he came off at the wrong time back into the ring.
But
after the whole Ryan Garcia fiasco, he's been put down 3 times.
Yeah.
Noah brought up the NFL. Noah brought up the NFL.
Yeah.
In the NFL, I'm glad you brought that up, because in the NFL, it may be corny that I keep throwing check down passes to Saquon after backfield, but guess what? If I keep matriculating the ball down the field, that's on you to stop that. That's on you. Black fighters traditionally, and I'm gonna, we talk about boxing being in the 1950s. Fighters still pretty much train the same way. The training equipment hasn't changed. That's what we love about the sport. The boxing is probably still the purest sport, because all you need is a bag, you need road work, and you need gloves, and you need sparring. That's pretty much the way boxers train. Yeah, they do high intensity training. They still do some other, sports medicine things with the supplements and all of that. But at its core, fighters still pretty much train the same way. Now, with that being said, the black codes of boxing, we know that traditionally black fighters have to fight more often for less pay. So they created and employed a style that was reliant on them setting traps and being more elusive,
can I stop
so
you
that they
right
can stay that they can stay fresher and fight longer.
Can I stop you right there?
Floyd, Purnell, Ali, Robinson, Devin, Shakur, these guys still employ that traditional style of the black codes of fighting. I'm not going to put a fighter down for still being elusive, and living to fight another day and taking less damage. If you don't want to put them on the card, then don't put them on the card. But you can't tell a fighter.
No,
You can't
should
tell
be
a fighter
putting
how to
these guys'
fight.
names up
At
so
the
we
end of
know
the
who
day,
we're
if
talking
you don't
about,
like
who we're
what I'm
talking
doing,
to.
if you don't like what I'm doing, stop it. The Cuban school of boxing, William Skull, that's how they fight.
That's not
how they fight in the amateurs, and that's how they fight in the pros.
That's not. Let me stop you right there. First of all, guy, I'm not saying change the style, but if somebody's there not to fight, you have to implement something in order for them to fight. If
They
not,
were there to fight. It just didn't go their way.
Well, then that's the fucking opponent's job
Yeah.
to take adjustments on the fly and cut the damn ring off. Cut the ring off.
Bro,
Cut the ring off.
You're not going to cut the ring off on a Devin Haney, bro. If he's running the entire fight, you're not going to stop him.
Cut the ring off.
Listen, and this is why boxing. Listen, this is why boxing is in the state.
Set those traps. Cut them off. Set those traps. Make him fight.
Bro, if somebody doesn't want to fight, Devin Haney did not want to fight. William Skull did not come there to fight. They literally came. There's a difference. I'm not saying. I'm not talking about stylistically, Jamal.
The matchmakers to put on better.
But you also have to help the matchmakers.
Those are only two you talk about. We're gonna change the whole game.
But I'm talking about blatantly. I'm taking up. Yes, you should. They have to. You can't keep operating under the same rules.
It's not gonna happen.
Listen. Listen. What are we in? What are we in? June, the fight September. You gonna tell me a fighter right now is gonna go to camp and change his whole style? No, you gotta make the proper matches that entertaining. And every fight don't gotta be a damn brawl to be entertaining.
It doesn't.
You can have a tactical good chess match and still a good boxing, a good boxing match. We ain't got a brawl. We ain't got a brawl all 10, 12 rounds.
No.
Jamal, you're taking what I'm saying as a brawl. That's not what I'm saying. But if somebody is not there to actually engage in a fight, you have to come up with things in order to make them or disqualify them. I'm not talking about stylistically.
If Boxer B is running around the ring trying not to get hit, Boxer A and his coach better have a plan to cut that shit off. Whenever you're training a fighter, you know what the fighter's going to do for the most part, but you also have to have a plan A, B, and C in case they don't do what you think that they're going to do because they're getting in there with you and you might change the game. You got to have different plans. You have to. You may have tools you use all the time. You may have tools you don't use, but you got to have them all. You got
This time I had to box. This time I had to go push forward. I had to make adjustments on the fly. I had a great corner and Bone. I'm like, hey, you gotta go. I heard it. You gotta go get this motherfucker.
Yes,
or
exactly.
Or you need to go back to boxing. And it's looking sloppy, it's looking ugly. Go back to boxing.
I hate
the range. It's not necessarily running. It's not necessarily running, but you need a good team to also make the adjustments on the fly.
Yeah, and if you're hurt, you got to take your breath. If you're hurt, you got to take your breath. You take a little step out, maybe circle around a little bit, get yourself together, and then do what you got to do. They have so many tools, and those.
But you still, Christine, you cannot. You have to add things to make boxing better. It just is what it is. Listen,
I love it. I'm excited about boxing.
So you were excited about the Devin. You sat there and watched Devin Haney fight.
I didn't say Devin. I said boxing. Period. That's one.
I'm tired of hearing about this fucking fight. We already know how the fight played out, y'all. I get it.
No, I understand what you're saying.
North's trying to run for mayor of boxing.
Listen, I was put my input on. Devin Haney's had a lot of good fights as well. Like I said, Lomachenko.
Yes.
Listen, I agree.
Yeah,
I think that was a hell of a fighter.
One fight, and we want to trash a guy for and then we forget the psychological part that he may have been going through within that damn ring. Now,
it's not about trashing him.
If he continues to implement that style for the rest of his career, then then you can say whatever. But like, come
Or
on,
if he's
like,
always done it.
we're not gonna keep using that fight as the blueprint of every.
That's
No,
not, but
thank
bro,
you,
it's not.
thank you,
It's
Jamel.
not an attack on him. But when guys show up there to not fight, and there's been many. That's why people said that about Shakur versus Edward De Los Santos.
There's been times that brawlers showed up and they didn't fucking fight. Like I said,
Right.
it depends what the fuck.
Whoever, it doesn't matter who it is. There has to be different rules implemented in order to have them engage or disqualify them. You can't sit there and not fight.
Put on better matchup then. Put on more if that's what you want.
Oh, let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Put on that's nothing. Put on fight. No. Put on fights where guys are fucking hungry, not guys just showing up for the paycheck. Put on those fights. Boxing's a poor man's sport. Why would you know what I'm saying? These guys already when they signed the contract, they was already getting $10 million before they got in the fucking ring. Put in some fighters that are hungry, that are looking for opportunity, and they're definitely gonna dog it out to get to that next big opportunity. Stop spoiling and fighting these bullshit ass boring ass fights. Like, come on, man.
Guys, I get what you're saying, but that's not a style. That's somebody that doesn't want to fight. It's a difference between styles and not fighting. I'm sorry, and something has to change.
I say, hey, put a hungry dog in there, and some hungry dogs in there. That
These guys are hungry, but sometimes you put them in front of people.
Hey, I'm getting already in the bank. I'm just go through the motions.
I guess. He also put up the world be watching Riyadh season, Canelo Alvarez, but Crawford fight on the Central Netflix, and for that, I want to load the undercard with young, hungry fighters who deserve the chance to perform under the bright lights. These are some of the led by the ring champion. He wants Juno Nakatani. If you're interested, you and your teams, you know how to find me. So he sends out a message and puts out a list. He says Nakatani and Billy. I can't even say the name. Alaka, I don't know. I can't say half of these names. Jesus Christ. Valori, Alvarado, Tally, Mason, and Devin. I know one thing.
That's where I saw Tally's name. That's where I saw Tally's name. Okay,
I'll tell you right now. I know one person that's gonna be disappointed about this list is Christine, because I didn't see one woman on there. But what do you guys think about that?
Speaking of that,
women.
I'm glad you're putting that. I'm glad you're putting that because I wanted to speak on that because I seen Michaela Mayer put out something last night. Basically tweeting, quoting his tweet, and said put her on the card for unification for Undisputed. But man, she was getting dogged, man. She was getting they was trashing her. Like, I get it. Like,
oh, I didn't see it. Let me go up there.
Nah, you gotta go. Yeah, it usually he doesn't like female boxers. He doesn't it was ugly, man. But yeah, that's a whole other topic in the back. But I feel for Michaela, like, yo, I get it. These women want to be out there on the big stage also as well.
Yeah, why not? They work just as hard.
With that card also, and Netflix, they want to be on this stage as well. But for the fans to go out there and hop on Michaela's tweet and attack,
that's horrible.
It was crazy. It was ugly, man.
No, like, listen.
I think she was saying something too. Wasn't she supposed to fight Lauren Price for Undisputed?
Yeah, she going for the prize. She was like, well, she missed that opportunity. How about we put her on that card? And make it for Undisputed. And then the people were just attacking her, and they were someone just being straightforward and just saying he doesn't support women's boxing. Yeah, that's one thing. But like for people to sit there and dog her out and attack her,
and that's uncalled for. Michaela, we with you, Michaela.
But then we complain when we don't when women's boxing is on and they don't see matchups that's competitive or whatever. Like what is it? Do y'all want to watch it?
That's a fire matchup.
Yeah, like do y'all want to see women's boxing or do you want to see women's boxing but with competitive matchups? Like, come on, like what is it?
Can I say this? I think just the fact that this is going to be the biggest event of the year, I think women need a representative on that card. I mean, it's not going to disappear tomorrow, and especially at the height that it's at today and how many female superstars we're starting to get. How can you not have a woman on this card or a woman matchup? How can we not have a
surprised, don't be surprised. It's not though. Let's be real. We gotta be.
I don't think
we gotta be real about what the situation is. Yeah, but don't be surprised if there's not a single women's matchup on the card.
Well, I hope so. If he looks at, so he had Sky before. She was like the first and only. Okay, and then look what happened with Tierra. So I wonder if he's like, I'm not going to put this girl up there who you told me was going to be a big star and make me some money, and then she fumbled. So maybe that's what he's going by. I don't know.
Yeah, Nathan Cole. He had one. I just said he had one in this fight.
Can I say something? I mean,
No.
we watched the last. Shut up, Christine. Stop. We watched the last Netflix. I'm on your side on this one. You should let me talk. all right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. And the biggest matchup, the best fight of the night, and what everybody talked about was who, Christine? Talk
Well,
about it.
who?
Was Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. So
Yeah.
how can we go to Netflix second event without having another women's fight? And we all know these girls.
Well, technically, Serrano and Taylor, that was probably like the real fight, the real headliner. It was the only like, well, in terms
You
of
don't think there's a few championship fights right now
That's
that
what
we
I'm
can get
talking
for
about.
women?
On that card. We all knew that Paul Tyson was basically an exhibition fight.
But still,
Yeah.
it outshined everybody.
Fans
Jamel.
definitely tuned in for that fight because it was a real. Shout out to the ladies. They put on a real fight and it lived up to the hype.
But
So I
Jamel,
get what you're saying. But
Facts.
Turkey
think
probably
about
looking
this.
like, listen, my main event alone will hold the card down. I don't know about if I need that type of
Maybe he sees women. He's like, ick.
hold on. Jamel, and these are facts. Look these numbers up. The second
seen
most viewed fight on the entire card with other men on there was who? Katie Taylor.
We
and
know
Amanda
that.
Serrano.
Well, you never know exactly. He
It'll be
may
about
be
numbers.
I got enough backup on this card that I don't need that type. I'm just saying, just like I don't mind seeing it. I don't like say shout out to all the women out there putting on the line. Like, but you got to be realistic of who you're dealing with. Like Nathan and everybody point out, he put on one women's boxing fight and he hasn't put one on since then.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even hear him talking about women's boxing.
Gail said that Jake won't work with Turkey, and now he's like scooping up all the women. He doesn't have them all. He doesn't have Michaela, and he doesn't have Lauren Price. So that would have been, but he is scooping up all the women, which is
and then Golden Boy got a good stock of women over there on their end, rightfully so. You know, Gabby
Why not?
Fundora of the world. Now
Gabby.
you put a Gabby Fundora on there, then I'm
Right.
some motherfucker. You know, Gabby she's gonna come to bring it, but this is us who actually enjoy and respect women's boxing. I can't say I'm not saying that Turkey does it, but I'm just saying though, you never you don't know the people behind them and with that culture respect women's boxing like that.
It's unfortunate because at
He
the
still
end
has
of
a
the
team.
day,
He still has a team behind him. So he may be smart
but-
team.
but-
Like, listen,
but-
I don't think we need it. We don't need
Jamal,
it.
I hear you, but the problem is this, and I like Turkey and I love everything he's doing, but with I do. I like what Turkey's doing.
You like him?
I like Turkey. That's my uncle. But what I'm saying is, with the explosion of women in sports, period, with Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Amanda Serrano, you have to have that. I mean, even business-wise, it makes sense.
You're ignoring the culture. The culture of
The culture. That's the American
I'm not
culture.
trying to-
You don't care
Well,
about
you know what?
The culture
If
for them
Hitchens-
is bigger than the
Jamal,
sport.
I get what you're saying, right? I understand your culture, but guess what? You're making American dollars.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's
That's
be
the
real.
point.
Let's be real. Does he need it? There's no.
No.
Does he
He's
need
gonna
it,
make
though?
American dollars and still do what he wants.
Does he need it? Does he need it? The headline alone already is going to, like I said, the headline alone is already going to bring whatever they're looking for. You know what I'm saying, in terms of numbers and viewership. Does he need it?
But he's saying he wants to stack cards.
I wouldn't mind seeing it, but you're being seen like he needs it to be for the card.
He doesn't need us, really.
He doesn't need it. It's sad.
Honestly,
I get what you're saying, but you got to look at the culture. You got to look at how they treat women at times in the sport. It's crazy.
I don't care how they.
I don't like it either. But I'm saying we're looking at it. Even Christine's looking at it. We got to look at it for what it is. We would love to see it, but at the end of the day, I won't be surprised if we don't see it. It's not going to. It's not going to change. It's not going to change the outcome of how the card is going to look.
When he was making negotiations and trying to get into boxing, he did it once, and that's all he had to do was the once.
No. Listen, I'm with you, Jamel. I just think it would be terrible to not have a Gabby Fundora on the card.
I mean, I would love to see Gabby. Like I said, Michaela put her name in the hat. That's my girl. I would. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to any woman that wants to step up, because I know for a fact women in boxing, they know, because they know that back to the wall when it's time, when they get the opportunity, they go all in. I would love to see like a Sinisa Estrada or Marlena Esparza type matchup again. That was a good matchup.
Oh, man,
they did 3-minute rounds, 10. You know what I'm saying? They knew they had to basically put on for women's boxing then, and especially, and then a lot of people don't realize during the pandemic, women took the opportunity to step up on those platforms, because a lot of men were staying out of boxing because they wasn't getting the proper purses that they felt that they deserved. So
Exactly.
that's where you seen the surge of women's boxing, because it was like,
So
listen,
true.
we want this
So true.
opportunity on it, especially on the I remember when I got sick with COVID. I was happy when Michaela Mayo, who was my co-main event at the time, they stepped her up and she headlined the card out there in the bubble in Vegas, and she did her thing. So I
Yeah,
was
she
happy to
did.
see, but like I said, we've mainly seen that surge of women's boxing during the pandemic, when a lot of dudes were sitting out because they felt like they wasn't getting the proper purses they wanted.
Yep.
But once the pandemic, what happened? We all seen it. Once the pandemic was over, they kind of gave women a slight back seat again, which is
They did.
crazy.
They
But
did.
this is the business. This is the business. We seen it.
Yep.
No. I'm not debating it. I just feel like, yeah, this is the business, but when business is making money, I think you need to keep it rolling. Especially July 11th, we have the biggest card, one of the biggest cards of the year, and it's an all-woman card. So
Listen,
I don't want to hear
you don't think,
coaching. I don't
and
want to
listen,
hear
you don't think they're gonna be watching that card as well? Because again, like I said, July is, you still got time to give women a 6 to 8 week training camp to September. So I'm pretty sure if that card is successful, they're like, you know what, maybe we need to bring in this.
That card may change it.
You're absolutely
right, Jamel.
That's in 4 weeks. That's in 4 weeks. And the card hasn't even, this card hasn't been signed and sealed
Put
completely.
together.
So they can probably look at that card and they see some success and be like, all right, yeah, maybe we should bring in put a women's fight on the card because that card did good. So yeah, like I said, the women in July, Chicken, Alicia Baumgartner, or Amanda Serrano, Katie, they got to put on. They definitely got to put on for the to keep changing the thought in how people see women's boxing as a whole. So that's why that's a good thing that we have in this card in July, because who's to say that we won't get a fight in September 13th with women. But again, women are still being trailblazers and setting the tone, and they have to continue doing this in July.
By the way, the press conference for Alicia and for Chicken is
June
on the
14th,
16th.
right? I thought it was 14th. I'm sorry.
In Dallas. Come on by.
Let's stay on the subject of women's boxing real quick. I think this is a hot topic that I've seen pop up. I think yesterday or the day before was the BET Awards, and of course, Clarissa made headlines again. She did not win the, I think, Woman Athlete of the Year, and she puts out this tweet. Was this hating? Still don't know how I didn't win the Sportsman of the Year for the BET Awards, but congrats to Angel Reese and all other nominees. I just thought accolades mattered. Was that hate? Somebody, I'll let Christine, since you are the queen of all women, please.
You're gonna make me go first.
Yeah.
Was it hate? I don't know. I mean, what equates hate? Do I think that it was kind of a roundabout congratulations, a kind of like back-sided congratulations? Yeah. She was obviously disappointed and she was going with the mindset that she thought that she was going to win. What's the criteria? What do the judges look at? There's no denying that Clarissa has accomplished many, many amazing things since the amateurs to now.
Mm-hmm.
But what were the judges' criteria? I don't know.
Nah, can I say this? I'm glad we brought this up. I love my sis, and sometimes I wish.
I'm with you, Jamal. I'm with you. I already feel the energy. Go.
Listen, I wish. It's the choice of words at times that she uses, but a lot of people, like I said, usually awards through the year is 2025, like 2024, 20.
Yeah.
They usually go. It's not awards unless she's doing unless she's getting nominated for lifetime achievements.
Yeah.
Then I can see the argument, but for the most part, they these award shows, they go based off of what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me in the past year?
Okay, thank you, because I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But and then, I'm not saying that sis ain't ain't do nothing in the past year or so. But I started going through the comments and the replies, and I seen people saying, listen, Angel Reese has done this, and that outside of her sport. Now, Clarissa has many championships. Angel Reese doesn't have a WNBA championship title under her belt, but they were basically going on, saying what has she, like, for the most part, what these athletes do outside as well in terms of for their communities and their cities and wherever. So it could be charity, it could be giving back to the community. So I don't know, like I said, but that's what. But it goes by on what have you done in the past year or so. Somebody
Got
had
you.
pointed out that Clarissa has only fought once in the past year or something like that. So and Angel Reese has been out there. Her face has been out there, whether it's her podcast, her doing charitable events, or her playing in the
Okay.
league, and then also fighting to bring equal pay for women athletes in the
Oh, I
WNBA as
love
well.
that.
So
I
so
love
that's
that.
that's what
So
I'm saying. There's a
she's
lot of
fighting for all women,
yeah, that's what I'm
not
saying. There's a
just
lot
her.
of things that go into it. I'm not knocking Clarissa, and I get it. Like
Come on.
she has a crazy amount of accolades. Her resumes is crazy, but people
Absolutely.
it goes off basically. Award shows go off of what you've done in the past year. That's why they nominate who best album of the year, best video of the year. Like, come on.
First of all, let's be real. It was a backhanded compliment. Let's be real. It was clearly hated. Accolades. This is more BT Awards is more of like a cultural impact type of thing, right? And Angel Reese, along with Caitlin Clark, kind of altered the culture of the WNBA. Those girls weren't making no money. Those girls weren't getting the notoriety they were getting. And Angel Reese, as well as Caitlin Clark, impacted it. They're getting NILs. They're getting bigger money. I mean, she could have just left that last comment out. It happens. You could have got it next year. But instead of supporting your peer, you come out and this is something that she does all the time. This is not something. This is not an isolated incident, and it's becoming a problem with Clarissa because I like Clarissa, and I do believe she's the best fighter in the world when it comes to women. But you
And I
got to
think one of the
support the other
key
girls.
components that you said, Jamal, too, is like Caitlin Clark, right? She got the award. I'm sorry, I didn't watch the awards. Whoever
No,
it was
it was Angel
that
Reese.
won.
Yeah.
Okay, she was supporting all
No, they
women,
would've-
trying to get all women.
They would have put Caitlin Clark on the BET.
No, it's BT.
Well, I don't know. Look, I don't watch basketball,
She don't watch
honestly.
basketball.
All I watch is boxing. When North comes with these football, this and that, I'm like,
No,
all
I'm
right,
saying though, like
you
nah, like this is BET. Like I'm like, yo, they definitely was putting
But-
Caitlin
But,
Clark as
but my point is this:
nominee.
the thing that you said was how she was trying to get more pay for all women. So this woman is not only promoting herself, but she's trying to promote other women, grabbing their hands and try to pull them up with her. From what you're saying,
Yeah, see,
I
and
think that's so important.
and Ashley's right. It got ugly. Like I would like. I feel like even when Clarissa was getting attacked, it was getting ugly. They was bringing in the whole Remy situation. It was like, well, maybe you didn't get it because you was in drama. So I don't know how they vote and make these votes, whatever. But like I was saying, like
A lot of it is
the drama definitely was leaves a black eye, or wasn't a good look. If that, I don't think that was the case. Like I said, I don't think it should be the case. Whatever happens in your personal life, but again. People started digging that up and bringing it out there to the forefront. So I think it's
but
crazy.
Jamal, also, you got to remember, this is not necessarily about accolades per se. It's more about impact when it comes to
That's what I mean. And what happened and what you have done in recent memory through that whole entire year.
Yeah, and we're talking about not just winning championships because Angel Reese didn't win the championship like last year, right?
Yeah.
But bro, she's everywhere. She's become a powerful woman, period, in sports. I mean,
I like it. I love
her
that.
own
I love
sneaker.
her.
Well, yeah, I pointed the podcast. I said she has a podcast, so she
Yes, you did. Yeah, you did.
makes an impact with her podcast, bringing on certain guests to put to bring more awareness to people.
I love
like
it.
I said, my daughter is down there in New Orleans and right up the road from LSU, so she's seen it herself that
The impact is insane.
from like the stuff she does in the LSU community, still down in the college community, her own community. I'm pretty sure she does things in Chicago
Nice.
now. It's all about impact what we've done in recent memory in that
Absolutely.
year.
I love
Do
that.
you know
Now,
the
lifetime achievements, you probably gonna argue, okay, now of course they didn't get that. Like, yo, she done this and that, Olympic 2-time gold. That's a different story. But it wasn't based off lifetime achievements. It was based off what have you done in the last year from 2024 to 2025.
But you got to think about it too. Listen, people were dying to go to WNBA games because of Angel Reese. Floor seats skyrocketed. I was trying to get floor seats because I'm like, it's WNBA. They ain't gonna charge that much for my daughter. They're sold out. Like Angel Reese is a legit superstar. Her impact is similar to what a Magic Johnson, a Michael Jordan did when they came into the league. Clarissa's impact is not that.
Like I said, Nathan, they said our girl fought once in the past year. You know what I'm saying? And WNBA was getting a lot of traction and news throughout the whole season.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole season, I
I
probably
watched
seen
it, yeah.
more. I probably seen
I
more
did see
stories
that.
on WNBA than I've seen it on the NBA.
Yeah,
You know,
come
saying
on,
last year.
dude.
So, and then we're not even talking about what's that again. Like we're not talking about even what she was doing within their respective sports. I mean, yeah, Clarissa winning the heavyweight title is a big deal. I'm not taking away
Absolutely.
from that. But again, it goes off, you know, and then on top of that, it's sportsmanship of the award of the year.
And
And
Clarissa,
we're coming at Clarissa crazy saying she has no sportsmanship, which is crazy because
and,
the way she reacted. So I'm telling you, a lot of it plays into these things, man.
yeah, and think about it too. Let's be real. I mean, it's women supporting women. You have an
Absolutely.
ongoing,
Women
you have a,
supporting women.
exactly,
Yes.
and you have an ongoing feud. And with Remy, it's just I don't even want to get into it, but
Well,
that doesn't help.
I think her comment makes you we as women have to pick a side, or even some of the men, like,
Yes,
okay, well,
yeah,
yeah.
much so.
And it's division again, Clarissa, or Angel, like which one, and then it causes more division instead of saying, man, congratulations to my sister. I'm so happy, so proud of her,
I didn't even notice.
and then Angel's gonna see that and be like, oh, well, let me look and see what Clarissa's doing if she doesn't already know, and I'm gonna support her, and we can support each other, and then it's such a good example for all women all over the world and men.
Bro, Angel has a women's soccer team. She owns a women's soccer. Like, she's impacting women globally. Little girls want to be Angel Reese. I mean, it's. I mean, listen. When I say the impact, like Magic Johnson, when he saved the NBA at the time when it was going out of business. Angel Reese, alongside with Caitlin Clark, I keep saying it because they're both very impactful, have reinvigorated or sparked excitement in the WNBA.
Now I'm a fan. Now I'm going to look them up. Now I'm a fan.
Oh, awesome. But yeah, so we all agree it was hate. I agree. I think it was hate. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to say hate. I'm just going to say maybe a little salty.
That sounds like hate. That sounds like dash. Like you threw.
She was definitely upset about it. So I see what Christine. She was definitely upset about it. If she wasn't, she wouldn't have put the tweet in. So she definitely felt some way about it. But and like I said, I just said, like, again, maybe the choice of words could have been better, but it is what it is. We are. Clarissa's going to speak her mind.
Clarissa definitely got no filter.
Speak her mind.
Yeah, but those awards, it's like, again, it's all political. You have to understand the game, and she's learning it right now. This is the most popular she's been in years. She's in the midst of the hip hop world now with her new relationship. It's just brand new to her, to be honest. She's never been at these functions like that.
I will say she looked very beautiful that night.
She did.
Yeah, no, she showed out.
She definitely did. What else we got on the agenda here? Hold on, guys. This is dope. I ain't gonna front. This is what I like. And for those people hating on my man Kambosa, I like it.
I bet you I'll stop.
Richardson Hitchens says a $500,000 bet. Put it on the line. I'm stopping George Kambosa. Does he need to stop Kambosa? Lomachenko stopped him. I think he's the only person to stop him, if I'm not mistaken, right? Does he need to stop it now against Kambosa this weekend in order to?
Yeah, he do. Hey, what Conor at? What my man Conor at? Conor said to us yesterday that he didn't need that. He didn't need it. He just needs to. I mean, which is true. He needs to win. But when you go, I think George got under his skin because, again, it's not a good look. You got the champion walking away. You got the champion walking away. Yeah. Cursing everybody out behind him.
The pressure.
And then he said, he said it 1,000 times. Hey, I'm gonna stop you. So now everybody's gonna expect for the fucking stoppage, or like I said, a dominant performance. Again, I think George being George got under my man's skin.
Yeah.
George Kambosa held his ground. He said the time the motherfucker got the plane, he was talking shit.
Australians are good shit talkers. I love it.
I love George Kambosa. I'm sorry, he's awesome, and
he's George, the reason the part is going to be champ. And everything. Then you got my man walking away, cursing everybody out, throwing the middle finger up.
was
George
mad.
Kambosa's a motherfucker, man. He be getting people heads, yo.
And he don't even say shit.
Hitchens got emotional for sure, and
Yeah,
that's
that's what I'm
that's not
saying.
good.
And he said
He couldn't keep his composure. That's not a good
yeah.
sign.
It's not. You know, maybe is Hitchens feeling the pressure of being in New York, having to live up to trying to become a superstar. I mean, I definitely believe he needs a knockout as much as he's talking about knockout self fights, but maybe not a knockout, but he has to stop Kambosa.
At least drop him.
Can he? Will he? I mean, Jamel, you're the expert. I'm just a fan.
I'm just a listen. I'm not in Richard's body or mind, so I'm just a fighter. I know me, but again, if you put out a statement like that, and then he basically said that George fought all bums, like he didn't beat anybody.
Yeah.
He said he didn't beat anybody. He got a win over Teofimo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He fought Devin twice, Lomachenko. Regardless of win lose, I mean his resume, you know, he doesn't back down from no big challenge. So George got to go in there. I mean, and Rich got to go in there and really, you know what I'm saying, dominate now.
Bro, he bet $500,000 at first, and Kambosa smiled and said, "I'm not stupid. I'm not falling for your trap." That irritated him, and I'm like, George has it. We know Kambosa's got that bread. I don't think Hitchens has a $500,000 like that, but I'm just saying. I look forward to the fight more now.
And then he said bet 50. Then when they went from there, I bet 100,000.
And he went to 500,000.
Oh, he went to 500,000. Like
I mean, I could be mistaken. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to the fight.
Yeah, I mean they're selling it. That's for sure.
I mean, yo, I've never seen him that mad. Hitchens is usually kind of. I mean, he talks his shit, but he stepped up the shit talking over the last couple of years. But I mean, Christine said, George said his breath stinks is mad funny. Christine said that's a big mistake, him losing his composure. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, it's a big mistake because you have to keep your composure. You have to show that you are mentally sound. You're not emotional. You can't get in there all thinking about this bet and what was being said outside. I mean, you got to make sure you are laser focused, you know, and he showed that Kambosa's really got under his skin, and that's not a good sign. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Who do you guys got winning the fight?
I'm gonna go with Rich, of course. I think, but I don't think I don't see an aggressive. I'm about to go knock this motherfucker out type Rich.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna see a nice boxing match, something similar to maybe Devin and Kambosa's. You know, if you don't think they was watching that fight, whatever, to get an idea and read on how to beat George Kambosa's, you're crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I've never, and I've said this on other podcasts, I'm not that sold as on Kambosa's boxing skill wise. I mean, yes, he's a superstar in Australia. He's come here. He's made a name. He's done great things, and I love his manager. You know, but I will say that I'm with
Richard. I mean, with Ray, big time in the comments. I think he's going to go out there and box. He's gonna box him. I don't see for Rich to go out there and be overly aggressive, trying to prove anything. You know, because that's what George got in his head. That's what George wants him to sit there in the pocket. Because you know,
he does.
George is a fighter. He's gonna fight you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what George wants. He wants you to be like, oh, I'm gonna knock you out. Because he did the same thing with Teo. Even though we know Teo was going through a lot, around that time, but he made Teo fight. He made him fight instead of being Teofimo, the elusive boxer. He made Teo fight, and that gave him opportunity and chances.
Now I go to Nike and said, make sure you put on your suntan lotion. Thank you for the donation.
No, she did not.
Yes,
she did not say suntan lotion. No, she did not. She just donated to you $1.99. You're not even read her comment correctly.
I said thank you. She said reminding my friends to put.
No, she said put her.
What are you talking about?
I thought she was saying sunscreen. My bad.
Wow. I didn't apologize.
I ain't gonna lie, you went over my man. Like,
damn, she be coming at me lately.
Last time she said put your sunscreen on. You are too burnt.
Wow, you see how she was coming at me?
My bad.
That's crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna say this. George Kambosa's his best days are behind him. I think Hitchens needs to stop. I think he's feeling the pressure of putting on a very big performance because he wants to get paid like his peers. and I think he believes in his head he needs a stoppage, and that could go against him because Kambosa. That's what Kambosa wants.
I know what Rich going through, man. Like even when I had won my title at first, everybody kept saying it was a fluke, and I had to go. You basically got to prove yourself. Let's see. Like being a world champion is one thing, but then like you pointed out, knows when you got to look around the room and looking at your peers and the other titleists, you wanna have your name mentioned, if not mentioned more than your peers as world champions now. So of course you look at the 140 division, it's a stacked division. He's gonna want to go out there and definitely cement his name and show that he deserved and he earned his world title. So I get what he's going through, but it's just that it's the ways you can go about it. You know what I
mean? And he was left off that list with Turkey. I'm not gonna lie. Turkey wanted exciting fighters, and he didn't put Hitchens on there. Maybe that's something too. Turkey's paying that money. I want some of that bread. I'm just saying, maybe money's a motivator here.
I don't know why all this time I thought that Hitchens was younger. I thought he was younger because honestly, I mean, he's a good, solid fighter, but it's kind of like he's just stayed on this track, and I was thinking he must be younger, and they're about to start really testing him to launch his career, and I'm like, he's not really that young. In boxing, he's really not that young. I don't know.
No, I think it's like 26, 27, but again.
In boxing years.
Yeah, well, people get the opportunity. Everybody has to wait in line, and it's his turn, and I think he feels like he needs to make them big bucks, and he needs to make
pressure.
I believe he's going for the knockout, and again, I think that plays in Kambosa's favor. But I do believe he does get a. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Brooklyn's gonna get the stoppage. I'm gonna just say that. You know what? Hitchens, I got you.
It's a bold statement, but
it's bold. I think
like I said,
I think he'll drop Kambosos. I think he'll drop Kambosos, and then I think it's going to go to the scorecards.
I think he goes to the scorecards, but
he just said he's going to knock him out.
No, he's going to stop him. I meant to say something else. I meant to. I think he's going to go. I'm going to go with Brooklyn with the stoppage. He's going to stop him, and I like Kambosos. He was the perfect last. So we have one more topic, which let me know if this actually excites you. But I'm still not excited about this fight, kind of.
What up, bro?
What are we watching right now?
Big D, we got a good turnout.
Hey, we're watching right now.
I don't know what the hell we watch. He's putting out some videos.
You ain't see the tension between the two girls in the background.
Yeah, first of all, here's the worst girls in the background.
No, one girl look eyeing the other girl. The other girl, I feel like she's doing the most. Hey, go watch. Now, which left? Watch left.
That's a KO artist, thumbnail right there.
They might be his baby mamas.
No, watch. Watch your girl black and red.
Big D, we got a good turnout. Good turnout, I'll be honest.
That's my man.
I'm not going to go Robert great.
Yes, sir.
Y'all are petty.
Oh, girl on the left look mad uncomfortable. Watch. Look.
Oh,
Hey. Look. She was mad uncomfortable there right now.
Oh, y'all are petty.
I see. Listen, the one girl on the left side, she feel like mad uncomfortable. The other girl, like she kept blowing her camera. She wasn't even recording shit. Get at it.
Yo, that's crazy. How do you notice that of all things? This freaking guy is nuts.
Hey, I watch everything. You gotta watch everything. Yo. I'm looking. Look at this shit.
Oh, that is funny.
Oh my
blowing
God.
her camera, doing all this. I like, yo, she and then he just sitting there.
I got a prediction for this fight. You want mine, or y'all want to go first?
Oh no, you go first, please.
He's quitting on the stool. He's gonna quit on the stool.
I like that, Christine. I like that.
You quit. If you quit, no disrespect to Jake. I like what Jake's been doing with boxing. He definitely, you know what I'm saying, definitely a showman. A showman for sure. But if you quit
Yeah.
on the stool to Jake Paul. You don't come back
is.
ever again after that. Don't
He's
come
gonna
back.
quit. Watch.
No.
Don't come back.
Won't be the first time.
Jamal, what's your take? What's your take on this?
I don't got no take. Christine just messed me all up with that one.
That is awesome.
I was thinking like, yo, if you quit, man, don't.
I'm still.
Gail said she predicted that earlier.
Damn, y'all not giving.
Women
You're not
know.
giving.
We know these things.
I don't want to. Listen, the best part of his fights is his father being ringside. So I hope Senior is going to be there so I can see his reactions to him getting upset. So I hope his father is ringside. But please, Junior, don't quit. Don't quit on this.
I will say this. My first reaction is, A, Christine keeps coming at me on the show very crazy. But B, we watched his last performance, Chavez. He was on the undercard. He was absolutely atrocious. And they just showed him doing that. He was atrocious. I'm sorry. I didn't even know what I was watching.
So who do we blame for bringing him back as a main event?
Jake Paul. I mean, there's nobody else to blame. And then these are the videos you're showing us to get us hype. At least with the Tyson fight, they were showing Tyson hitting the pads ferociously and fool us. This is not fooling us right now. What are we watching?
Listen. That look like a media workout. Christina goes, "You're not in there. You're not in there to be. You're not going hard to a meeting. You got listen. You got women behind them, half naked, whatever. They just there to be there in the shot. He wasn't good. Like it wasn't a regular training session. He just in there tapping the damn double end bag, doing whatever for the cameras, man. Let's stop.
Jamel, weren't you there? Were you there in Arizona whenever he fought Danny Jacobs? When they were throwing the shoes in the ring and all that?
I wasn't there. Yeah, I wasn't there for that one. I wasn't
there. Yeah.
My thing is this. We all watched his last performance. The reason I bring up the Tyson thing is because Tyson was 58. He just came off that. Remember, people, they took him off the plane.
Yeah, he did give you, I think, my
videos.
I'm like, so
they put out the videos and say, look, he's still Mike. Bro, Chavez was never like that, right? And his last performance, we were all sitting there like, what are we watching? So this is what you're going to show us to get us hyped for Chavez, Jake Paul?
I mean, yeah, you're right. Tyson did look exceptionally well.
Bro, there were people like, Tyson got to catch him. He's going to kill him. Look how he's hitting the pads. The guy holding the pads is scared.
Talking about in Tyson's defense, though, they had on fucking sparring gloves for the fight. Yeah, 16-ounce gloves and 2-minute round. I knew that was gonna be some bullshit.
But they sold it.
I knew it. That was 16 out. They know they was doing too. Let me listen. This is still Mike Tyson. The last thing for any fighter to leave is his strength. And if Mike hits me with a 10-ounce glove, it might be a short night. And it was like, Chad, give me a prediction. I said, listen, man, it's a sparring session. You got 16-ounce gloves and you got 2-minute rounds. I don't want to hear it. You know what's going to happen. He's gonna take Mike into them later rounds because of his age. And just run around and tap him with a jab all night. That's exactly what we got.
And Andre, nobody's taking anything away from Jake Paul. We're not saying nothing about Jake Paul. We're talking about Chavez Jr.
Yeah. I mean, selling the fight. Like,
thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray, man. I'm just saying, like,
it's true. It's true, though.
Like,
I think Jake Paul's gonna knock him out. And
you gotta read the fucking room. Who made like come on,
the room.
You gotta read the room sometimes. Like, come on. Like,
I think he felt that heat behind him. Those two women.
They look crazy out there.
One of them was definitely his baby mother, right to the left, probably. I don't know, man.
Yeah, she was looking at it. It was crazy.
Yeah, she was giving the stank guy. I mean, Christine, you are a woman. We need your opinion on that look. What does that look mean?
Yeah, I mean, she might have been, sad.
We're talking about the look more than what the fuck was going on in the double end bag.
Yeah.
Because it was a media workout.
Like, you need to back back. That's my man.
Damn.
My money.
My money. I mean, are you guys tuning into that fight?
I'm a boxing head. I watch boxing.
Of course, if I'm tuning in, everybody's gonna be talking about it. So let me see what's going on over here. So that's what gets he's tuning in. He's a great showman. He knows how to promote a damn fight. We give him that. Yeah. He's even talking shit about Canelo with the footwear. He was like the ballerina shoes he was wearing, the promo pic or whatever. They were talking.
He's Mexican. That's what they do. He's like a real, How do you? Christine knows. She knows what I'm talking about. I don't know, man. Listen.
I'm gonna tune in.
I'm gonna tune in. Wait, the fight's
But
like next
but
week,
I
right?
don't want to see my man quit. I don't want to see my man quit.
He's
Bro.
quitting.
No. You know what's speaking of promo, they showed him knocking somebody down in the promo, in his training, which is hilarious, right? They're doing everything to show like, hey, look, guys, he still got it. I think he's gonna gas out by when he walks into the ring. He's gonna gas out. He's gonna be done by the third round. Christine, I can't hear you.
Well, he can't call it timeout, so he's not going to come out.
Hold on,
He's
what
going
are
to
we
sit on
wearing?
that stool and stay there.
What are they wearing? Are they wearing 10-ounce gloves and it's 3 minutes? Are we doing the whole
That's
sparring?
a good question. That's what I want to know.
If he's
Is it 3-minute rounds again? Are we back to regular boxing?
No, I think it's regular.
Are we wearing
regular
10-ounce
fight.
gloves?
I bet it's not 3. I don't. It might be 3. I don't know. That's a good question.
I think it is.
I want to see all that
We
too.
can't keep putting these. No disrespect. We can't keep putting these names on the resume on BoxRec for 2-minute rounds
Right.
and some 16
Right.
kind of sanctioning fights. Are we back to regular boxing at least?
I think it is. I think it's 3-minute rounds, and I wouldn't be. I don't think it's.
Gail, what is it? Gail would know.
Yeah, what's going on here? I'm not saying that Chavez has crazy knockout power, but like I said, are we at least getting a regular boxing match here?
I think it's a regular match. I don't know how many rounds, but I think it's a regular match. I'm not gonna lie. But Chavez is not gonna. I'm telling you, by the time he gets to the ring, he's gonna be gassed.
Y'all ain't got no hope for my man. Leave my man alone.
No, he's not. He's gonna be doing. He needs to do like.
Okay, 3-minute rounds. Thank you, Gail. 3-minute rounds.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
What were the gloves? Is the gloves 10-ounce gloves?
Bro, that's how you know he's
Mike
not.
Tyson that chance. They can get Mike Tyson that fair one.
But I'm telling you right now, Jake Paul's gonna send wild coke and hookers to his hotel room that week. He's not gonna be able to resist. By the time he shows up to the fight, he's gonna be done. That's what we're gonna see. I'm telling you right now. Jake is setting him up. Jake needs a knockout. And you know what they're gonna say if Jake knocks him out, this is what I believe is gonna happen. Jake's gonna knock him out, and then he's gonna say Canelo couldn't even do it. They already laid the foundation for that. Remember, they said Canelo
I do
couldn't do
not
it.
want to see Junior get hit in the head anymore or get knocked out by a headshot. Maybe the body, not the head, please.
I don't
He doesn't need that.
I don't want to see that fight.
Man, that shit crazy. I
We're
don't know.
moving
on.
We're
Why we
gonna
not?
leave it on that.
Listen, I mean, you got Nakatani fighting, so that should be a good one. So we ain't
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, Nakatani's on that card too?
No, not in that card, but
Not on that card,
got
yeah.
June.
Oh, no, it's got Brian Norman, right? No.
Tokyo, ESPN Plus.
Yeah,
You know
that's
that,
gonna be
that
great.
you know that's setting up a collision course for you know him and the monster. So that we could talk. You know that's
a
gonna
great-
be entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Brian Norman. We didn't even talk about that, and I think that's next. Both of them are next week.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Florida, so I'll be at Disney.
Hey,
with
well,
the
you'll be
kids.
live from Florida.
I am. I'm gonna be. I'm bringing my equipment. I already told you guys. I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
Christine.
I didn't bring my
getting
equipment. I sent
stunned.
y'all a picture of how I'm set up. It's crazy.
No, I'm gonna have my equipment, everything. Actually, it was my son's birthday yesterday.
I saw
And-
happy birthday to him. I commented on that.
Thank you. And then it's this lovely lady next week. Come here. Come say hi. It's her birthday next week. We'll be in Florida.
Oh, happy birthday. All these
You better
babies,
be-
like
You
birthdays
better
are
be
back
broke.
to back.
You better be
Hi,
broke this month.
beautiful.
You better be broke for the month, for the rest of the month. I
She
see.
got her nails done. Look, show them your nails. She got her nails
Oh,
and feet done.
beautiful. I love
know.
it.
Say thank
So
you.
pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
So
welcome.
we're gonna be over there, but I will be doing. We will be same schedule. Christine, 10:00. Christine's like, "Are you guys gonna be on?" Yes, Christine, we're on. We're on.
I know. I'm saying, look, I've been so busy, but
Okay,
I'm here.
thank you, Gail.
And I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
be here
Gail,
on
for-
Friday too, and I appreciate y'all so much and your patience.
But
Oh,
now
hold
Gail
on.
put it out there. Gail made it. She is completely sanctioned.
Yeah, that's how we know.
Standard
That's-
rules, 10
Standard
rounds.
rule, 10 rounds. All right, cool.
Thank
Jake-
you.
At least give Chavez a fighting chance. Don't handicap the man. You already know the man mentally is shot. You know what I mean?
Chavez-
Mentally
Chavez-
is shot. I
I'm
don't
with
think,
you,
like I said,
Steve.
the hunger is definitely not there. Even in the promos, I can see that. But I don't want a man to quit on the stool. I don't want him to do that for the sake of the name. For the sake of the name. For the sake of the name.
Yes, look
Don't
what I
you
gotta
dare
do.
quit on that damn stool.
Look what I gotta deal with. Don't be late, guy. We gotta go on at 10:00 because I'm getting. I told you. Look.
Hey, you give him. Hey, I've been here early.
I saw you said you're going to be in Vegas for the Canelo and Crawford fight. So I'll get to meet you.
She's
He
gonna be
ain't
wearing
going
Team Canelo shirt. So
Yeah, he not going. He gonna get jumped there. He gonna.
Who I'm trying to go. If I get a ticket, I'm there. I'm just
They
worried about
gonna-
Canelo.
Yeah,
He was
North,
talking
look,
crazy.
you know
They
what? I
gonna-
love you and everything, but I mean, when everybody starts coming and they're gonna jump you, I'm just gonna call the security.
You see
I'm
how
gonna
ugly.
be-
You see how ugly I almost got with Bud and Team Spence. You know,
Exactly. Oh
it's
my
gonna be
gosh.
wild. It's gonna be
That's
I'm
wild.
gonna be like, Viva la
crazy.
what is Canelo? Viva la Mexico,
Boy,
cabrones. I'm gonna be
with the
like,
headband on,
"Ah."
somebody gonna
Get
snatch his ass up.
active. I get active.
Christine, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm gonna be pointing at you and being like this in disgust at you the entire time.
I'm telling you.
I understand, Jamal, but
Hey,
you
see my man back in the gym. You seen him in the gym yesterday, right? He back in the gym.
oh, he
Everybody,
needs to be back in
he had
the gym.
people. Oh, he out here in the club, man. Bud, y'all don't know.
Bud,
Y'all don't know Bud.
But
The
No.
minute he went from boom right from the plane, he goes straight to the gym. Straight to the
Yep.
gym.
that's all nice. He needs to be in the gym. Canelo's been in the gym. Canelo's gonna show up there. We know what's gonna happen, and then everybody's gonna say, "Well, but
he
he's
can't.
got an illustrious
Plenty of
career."
time. He got like the real. I'll tell you right now for a fact, the real training camp didn't even start. That didn't even start.
Listen,
So believe it or not, I am still working out here. So at 9 o'clock, so it's 8:30. At 9 a.m. over here, my girl Alexis is here, and I got to go take her to the gym. We're gonna do a quick workout and get our massages, and then we get to have fun the rest of the day.
And what about you? Are you going to be on tonight for your own show for the women with you?
You know what? We did it yesterday. We did it yesterday.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, we had to do it yesterday because I have something to do tonight.
All right. See, I was asking.
wow, she's turning up like she's,
thank you,
like she's
though.
18
Hey,
on
Shout
South.
out to
Saturday and then
Women's
back on the
Question
grind.
Wednesday. Shout out to y'all for
Long time coming.
y'all doing your thing. Women's
Thank
Question
you so
Wednesday.
much. I
Shout out to
appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. We out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. Team Canelo in the house, right, baby? Canelo.
B&B.
Yeah, let them know Canelo.
B&B
Team
all
Canelo,
day.
baby.
B&B.
Canelo. You see, she's Team Canelo.
Don't brainwash that poor child so early, man. Don't do that.
He loves Canelo. We all
Let her
know.
come to Texas and hang out.
It's Women Crush Wednesdays, and it's the.
They did it yesterday. We don't pay attention. They did it last night.
They
did it last night.
No, they were asking for the name.
But my all my social media is In the Ring with Christine. We have a show every Wednesday, Women Crushing It Wednesdays, with two beautiful ladies. We're all talking boxing. There's 3 of us, and we have a
Very
great time.
moody. Crystal's very moody, guys. By the way,
Crystal is amazing. She is not moody.
Talking shit Wednesdays.
Talking shit Wednesdays.
That's what we saying. They be bored.
Yeah. But we're out of here. I gotta get to.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Back on Friday morning. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good job, baby.